Friends, once again, welcome. In the last issue, which was Sahaja, the scientific view, part 1-5, we discussed about the God, divinity, and evil in creation. This aspect of divinity and evil is present in everything in the creation, on earth, in stars and planets, in space, etc. The issue now we are going to discuss is how this affects the planets, the earth, the stars, etc., and how we should be able to control the evil in the creation with the help of vibrations. As we had discussed in the past, God is the source and end of all that exists. God exists in silence and all other forms. And silence actually was a mix of goodness or light and darkness or evil. The occurrence of Big Bang caused separation of light or divinity from darkness or evil, and this manifestation of Adi Shakti or primordial energy from silence gave rise to darkness or evil. Therefore, while the creation is the desire of God Almighty in various forms, good and evil are also reality present in everything in the creation. Presence of light tries to vanquish darkness, and this is the manifestation of a struggle between goodness and evil and self-realization or Sahaja, or the path of yoga through kundalini awakening is the path of knowing good and evil and control the evil in the creation. Keeping this aspect in mind, we will discuss it in various aspects. As background, in the part 1-5, then emergence of matter and universe, divinity and evil in objects and elements, in matter and living, and role of divinity in self-realization in vanquishing evil, and conclude with final remarks. As we have discussed in part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, origin and divinity are aspects of creation because silence, which is basically the Param Brahm or Sadashiv, manifests as Shiva and Shakti, where Shakti, the primordial energy, transforms into Mahasaraswati, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, and gives birth to gods, human beings, and Rakshasas. This is all in the form of energy and consciousness, also known as Param Chetan. Thus, Param Chetan, Brahma Chetan are various aspects of energy and consciousness, and God in creation. God in the initial silence is Brahm Chetan. God in creation, when Adi Shakti starts, the creation is Param Chetan, that is energy in action, and thereafter it manifests as matter, a form of energy, and evolution of consciousness to give the various aspects of matter and life forms. Consciousness has various levels like subconscious, unconscious, superconscious, etc. But most important, in the beginning, from the silence, when Big Bang took place, and energy expanded, it gave birth to 4 levels of existence, which are known as physical, subtle, causal, and supercausal existence. and every living and non-living has some aspect of these four forms present at all times everywhere, and only the predominance of one or the other form makes a object in matter or living in creation as unique or different from different places. If we see the transformation of matter, it is space, energy, gases, liquid, solids. And when we see the evolution in consciousness, it is cell, waterborne life, landborne life, airborne life, highborne life. Thus, matter and consciousness together give birth to various forms of creation, but important aspect, which we discussed in part 5, was emergence of evil. Good and evil are both aspects of silence, are aspects of Big Bang, and Big Bang basically, as it expanded, the energy and expansion or activity in the space, silence gave birth to the light and darkness, which affected every aspect of creation in physical, subtle, causal. Only the supercausal, which is Atma, Paramatma, Prakriti, is pure conscious energy, but the negative energy also exists in the creation in various forms. It is this aspect which we discussed in section 5, and origin and other things in the part 1, 2, 3, 4. And now what we see, that this divinity is in the earth, matter and cell. Right? This divinity on earth, we say, it is said that Kundalini is present in India, in Maharashtra. Sadashiv or Sestrar is present in Himalayas, in Nepal, which was earlier part of Bharat. And divine aspects of heart, left, right, center, can be seen in England or UK and Europe. And Vishuddhi is also present in various parts of the earth, and also the Muladhara chakra, which is in Australia, and also as Sri Ganesh in Maharashtra and India. And like that, divinity is present in various aspects of earth and is also present in the matter in the form of electron, proton, neutron, which radiate energy, and known as the Mahakali, Mahasaraswati, Mahalakshmi. Same way is cell. Also has some aspects of the divinity in nucleus, in the outer surface or cell body of the cell as Mooladhara, nucleus as the controller, centrals as Swadhisthana, vacuoles as Nabhi, etc., etc. Therefore, we can see that divinity, which is the source of creation, is present in earth, is present in atom, is present in cell, and hence is present in every aspect of creation in nature. But more importantly, it is the consciousness which manifests in matter. Stone, vegetation, all have some form of consciousness. Solid matter or various aspects of matter can be seen as unconscious, but when it comes to the life forms, the lowest form can be seen in some form of some level of unconscious, some of subconscious, some of conscious, some of superconscious, and human beings as yogis are in the highest form in evolution. This divinity, as has been discussed in section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is present in human being and is also present in the Kundalini instrument, both in Virat as Adi Kundalini and Adi Chakras and Adi Nadi, and human being as Nadi, Chakras and Kundalini. But important aspect is that Divine has taught human beings, has created this instrument of Kundalini in human beings and taught how to raise the Kundalini to achieve self-realization in this body on earth. The point is, three nadis, as was shown in the chakras here, three nadis. Left side, Ida nadi, or represents Mahakali as a divinity. Pingala nadi, or the right side, is known as the Mahasaraswati, and Sushumna as Mahalakshmi, and chakras represent as Mooladhar as seat of Sri Ganesha, Swadhisthana seat of Brahmadev Saraswati, Nabhi a seat of Lakshmi Narayan, Anhat a seat of Durga Mata, Sitaram Shiv Parvati, Vishuddhi as Yashodama, Radha Krishna, Vishnu Maya, and Rukmani Vitthal, Agya Chakra as Christ or Mother Mary, Buddha and Mahavir, and Sestrar as God Almighty, or final form of Dasavatara, the Kalki in its present form. All these forms of God are in Virata, in Adi form, and are in human being in the form of reflection of Adi, Nadi, chakras, and divine forms on that. When we sit in meditation, we clear our left, right, and central channels. We remove negative energy from the channels and increase or enhance the positive energy in the nadis or nerves. It is this aspect of the goodness or evil or divinity and evil which Sahaja Yoga or self-realization takes into action. Since negativity affects every living, non-living, by clearing nadis, we remove the negativity from our nadis and create positive vibrations in the body. When we do the kundalini raising, it rises from Mooladhara chakra to Sestrar, from Mooladhara chakra to Sestrar, and we perform action as taught by the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji, is awaken first our Atma, awaken our divine Guruhood, and then awaken our creativity in Swadhisthana chakra and establish ourselves as Gurus, become part of Atma, clear our Vishuddhi, which is the seat of Lord Krishna and Radha, and clear our Agya chakra, which is the seat of Christ, Buddha, Mahavir, clear our Sahasrara, which is Kalki's place, and once the cool vibrations start flowing, we become the instrument of God for vanquishing evil from creation and establishing the rule of divinity in creation. It is these aspects we do through the self-realization, and by tying the kundalini, since kundalini is energy which can always be pulled down, we tie knots to keep the energy always in the rising form, and when we move around, this positive energy provides us a shield for protection from the negative energies. It is these aspects which make us yogis or unite us with Paramatma, who acts as our Guru, who acts as our God Almighty, our Father, our Creator, our Ruler, our Leader, our Guide. And by understanding this, human beings can understand how God, goodness, pure consciousness and energy can be used to control the negative energy and make human being the instrument of yoga or union with Atma or Paramatma. Thus, by knowing these aspects of good and evil, we can control the evil and vanquish it from the world and convert Kali Yuga into Satyuga with our power of meditation and vibrations in the creation. God bless all. Thank you very much.